Uh-huh. Look, what a surprise to see you two. Well,
I was talking to him this morning, he never said anything, and I didn't say anything.
He's away working.
Great. Oh, isn't that
Pretty clever. A year ago she saw me. She hasn't seen Ollie for a long time.
She's pretty cleared up, but, oh no, they're dandy wee kids. What are you doing? Eh?
Is this the last of your Christmas cake, man?
Just about it. What's your time, man?
Oh,
Is the rest of them?
She must be reasonably old. It's much old. You're not taking it, eh? They've even got the modern colours. Good ones here in I just got heavy stack here. How does it do?
The other thing I'd just like to say, some of you possibly feel it's a bit of a pity it's a wet, miserable day, but it's improved a bit out there. But we as a family are quite happy it's a wet, miserable day, because at his 80th birthday, we all gathered round him, over home there, and brought along all the cookies and everything, and we had a lovely afternoon tea, and then Dad up. Got to go, I don't know whether he's drafting lambs or making hay. Jack could remember.
I think it was hay.
Hay, he was making hay. Up and away he went, left all the rest of us sitting cold, enjoying the birthday. Believe it or not, making hay. So we've got your corner today. It's too late to go make hay today. So the other thing I'd like to do is a very special welcome to all of the friends that are here. And I look around, we haven't invited a lot, but we're invited along here today, Dad's special friends. And thank you all for coming. We're very pleased to have you along. And the relatives, some of the relatives that have come, Gil and Sylvia and sorry Molly wasn't able to come up. And another very special welcome, of course, to his older sister and his little sister, Auntie Jennifer at 93 and Auntie Elliot at 89. Very pleased to have you two with us. Yes, and a special thank you to Butch and Ollie for coming down from Auckland. We appreciate it very much. And all of you that have made an effort to come today. So I know some of you have been on holiday and you've travelled quite a distance. Very important to Dad to have as many of his grandchildren here as possible. They're not all here, but it's nice to see as many of you as possible here today. And the great-grandchildren. The great-grandchildren just as special as the grandchildren as far as Dad's concerned. Thanks for coming along. Dad's daughter-in-laws and Merle for preparing the afternoon tea, and it looks as though we're going to have to stay for supper or tea or something, doesn't it? But thank you, girls, for doing that. You know, friends, we all look on Dad, or some of you call it Charlie, some granddad, and we think he's just a nice, quiet, placid sort of a character. But out comes some more stories, and he was a bit of a character in his young day. And I think if he would have been at school today and just as big a character as he was then, he'd have just about been out of school. He was just... One thing he did get caught at though one time, the three of them here didn't like their teacher. So every now and then they played the wag. And this became a bit of a habit, this playing the wag. See, it happened in those days just as much as today, and that's just, what, 80 odd years ago. Until one day they had 3 miles to walk to school. And so if they were playing the wag, they made sure they didn't walk too far. They didn't walk the 3 miles. They walked far enough so that they could watch the neighbours' kids coming home about 3 o'clock, and then they would know it was time for them to go home. So this particular day, they weren't too far away from the homestead, and they heard a bit of a noise just over the brow of the hill, and they snuck up to have a look over, and here's their father. Well, that was it. I think that was the end of the wag playing. So away home they were taken, and Granddad took away out and got a good stick and was in the throes of giving them a good hiding. I think Auntie Janet and Dad got a good hiding. The next thing, Granny came in just before Auntie Ellie got a good hiding. She was the pet of the family, and she missed out. And the Granddad did one day was he found a little rabbit, and he took it to school and put it in his bag, and he took it to school, and on the teacher's table was a little chalk box. And look at that chalk boxes now. A lot of us here will know this chalk box that teachers used to have on their table. And Granddad slipped this rabbit into this chalk box. And as the morning was going on, the teacher went to move this chalk box aside. And she thought, now that's funny, that chalk box is a bit heavier than it should be. And she took the top off and out jumped this rabbit, and she nearly died. I bet you kids wouldn't be going to do that to your teacher today. Oh, it wouldn't be parties. That's in those days. They used to take the horse and cart, and all the older folks, that's our age group, would be there in their horses and carts and all dressed up. And these young ones used to slip out in the middle of the night, and instead of having the horse tied to the fence, they would take the horse out of the cart, take it round through the gate, and hook it up on the other side of the fence. So the cart was on one side of the fence, and the horse was on the other side of the fence. So when the oldest came out to go home, they couldn't make out why their horse couldn't pull the cart away. The cart was stuck into the fence. And then another night, these young ones, they got on their horses and they found the neighbour's cattle just waddling around just outside the neighbour's gate, and they drove them 10 miles down the road towards Balclutha. That's what your granddad was like when he was your age. I would like to say, friends and family, what a great dad he has been. The first memories, of course, that we boys will have of Dad would be probably, well, the first memories I have was in our Pukerangi days. That's way up over the hills there. Nothing to do then, that was during the Depression, no radio, nothing to do apart from go rabbiting and sit around the fire and sit under kerosene lamps at night and that sort of thing. And Dad used to read to us kids by the hour. That's something I'll never ever forget, the books and books that Dad used to read to us. And then on a Sunday night, of course, it would boil up the copper and put us all through the tub in the kitchen. So those were good days, particularly good days. I never, with Dad, has been his love of his grandchildren. He's been a tremendous granddad, just as good a granddad as he ever was a father to the 5 of us, and then to his great-grandchildren too. And we really appreciate what Dad has done for the grandchildren and for the great-grandchildren. So Mum and Dad between them were wonderful parents and wonderful grandparents, and we've got a lot to be thankful for that. If any one of us have ever done anything or made anything out of our lives, it's because of the parents that we've had. To the local scene and in the business, Dad was always a great leader of the team of us in the business. And some of you farmers here will remember the work that Charlie Hyslop's done on dragging bags of lime up and down the trucks and sowing lime and carting hay. I think one of my most vivid memories of Dad on the hay was always with his jersey tucked in the back of his trousers here and his hook tucked in his belt, that he was always first onto the truck to build the load. One night we got an SOS from a farmer that had 2,000 bales to go in that evening, and Dad had just come out of hospital from getting a kidney out. And the 4 of us were heading away down to shift this hay, and Dad said, "I'm coming too." "No, you're not," we said. "Yep." Anyway, when it was finished, we said we would take him, providing he sat and drove the truck. So that was all right. Away we down we go. And we did about half a dozen load. Dad drove the truck all right. And next time we come out into the paddock, here he is up on the back of the truck. He was going to start building loads again. So we just quietly said to him, "Well, you know, we're just not going to carry on if that's what you want to do. You've got to drive or nothing." Nope, had enough in there. All right, we said, so we went on strike then, we're going home. So in the finish, we got him back into the truck again, but you know, that was synonymous of Dad and his working days. He had a tremendous work ethic. So hopefully some of that is brushed off on some of it. I know it has on Brother Jack, he wouldn't know how to do anything else but work. But I think we learned our work ethics from Dad.
And while it's true that Charlie wasn't on committees, if you had a look at any of the good things that were done in this community, there'd be a Charlie Hyslop signature, if you like, at the bottom of it somewhere. It was Charlie and Jack that started off the business. In the days when starting to run trucks was still quite a nippy sort of business. And they worked like niggers, as those people around at that time told me, about how these two men got started and made this business work. And certainly they had a collection of sons that followed on, and all of them did their bit in the business too, and they made a good business out of it. But at the bottom, there was Charlie Hyslop. For all that you've done in this community over a long period of time. And I would love to think that somebody someday would write a book about old Charlie. But very shortly after that,
Anything else wish to say? The news from Bill was talking about nobody having any complaints about Charlie Hyslop. The other person I'd like to have invited along here today, Andy Bain. Andy had a heart attack earlier on in the week and he's been in the hospital, and I just didn't like to approach him. But Andy often told the story about Charlie Hyslop when he put the carting of the hay up a halfpenny a bale. It was tuppence halfpenny to cart hay around the Tyree, and Charlie Hyslop put it up to 3p a bale. And the farmers were devastated. Andy often talks about that. And I'm sure if Andy had been here today, he'd have made that comment. So Dad, we're going to ask you to cut the cake. How many grandchildren you got, Dad?
Hey?
How many great-grandchildren you got?
Great-grandchildren?
Yeah. About 23 or 24 or something.
29.
29?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear darling. Happy birthday to you.
See if you can get that Can't you stand? Oh well, we'll bring it over.
Take the cake closer.
You put it on.
Well, you should be able to cut it because you cut it 4 times in yours for on your cake.
Can't you stand? Oh well, we'll bring it over.
Take the cake closer.
You put it on.
Well, you should be able to cut it because you cut it 4 times in yours for on your cake. that.
That's the beginning.
Family, friends, thank you very, very much for coming along today to this silly birthday party.
Well, Frank.
I never dreamt I'd ever have a 90th birthday party. I used to enjoy them when I was a kid, I suppose, but I'm getting a bit old now to enjoy them. But it's nice to see all you good people here. Some of you, well, I suppose some of you should be working. Thank you for all the good things that you've said about me. So, don't know, sort of, I won't get my hat on and all that when I leave here. My head's too swollen now. What? What about you kids? That I have great enjoyment out of these, first of all my grandchildren, then my great-grandchildren. So long as I've got plenty of lollies and books in the house, all right. But it's just great to see them all coming along from time to time and having a story read to them and a few lollies to eat and one thing and another. I think that's all that's kept me going. Apart from, I was pretty well looked after in my, before Mrs. Hyslop passed away. Just 62 years of happy marriage, and I was really, really well looked after. And then when she passed on, of course, Merle helped me out. She'd come over once a week and do the washing and the ironing and cleaning up. And I'd have dinner with her on the Sunday. And then through the week, my good daughter-in-laws, they were all good cooks. And I often wonder how on earth these boys of mine managed to pick such good girls that could cook. But they were all good cooks, and they made sure that I got one decent meal a day, and I think that's what's kept me going. What's wrong, dear? Now, I'd like to thank you all very, very, very much for sparing the time to come along and to this birthday party. I don't think I'll see another one, but never mind. Oh, well, I think I'm a pretty poor speaker. I should have learned a bit from Eric, but I didn't bother much, I don't suppose. So once again, thanking you all for being here, and it's great to see you all again. Haven't seen a lot of you for years and years. Down there, Henry, George, and a lot of them. But it's good to see them today. All right?
All right. So you've got pressure, so you're better if you mob in and drop him. And then I say Linda's done a good job at the Outram school now. I think she's 16 now.
Yeah, she was. Stuart's just coming up with her. Yeah.
So she's a big girl. Oh, she's nice.
She is. Oh, I saw her. Probably only about 6 months since I saw her one
Oh, you
day.
saw her before, did you?
You'll be pleased to see Laurie in here. You'll be pleased to see Laurie in here. Thanks, Hardy. But you don't get your broken leg sucked up in here. Thanks, really.
He said, oh, it's too much of this Christmas cheer, you know, that's what it was with her. It's